Hey guys, welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. Today I have a book tag. It is your reading habits, and I got this, or I first watched it at Deborah's Book Cafe. I will put her link below, so go visit her. I don't know where this originated from, but there's 12 questions. Let's get started. Number 1, do you have a specific place for reading? Yeah, I guess I do. We have a den, and my husband's desk and my desk is in there. And I sit in there to read because my computer is there. And I can just pull up Goodreads or whatever if I want to post to the group, or if I want to look a book up or something. So if my husband is watching a movie or he's listening to music or whatever, I'll come in here in the library because it's more quiet and I can focus better on my book. Number 2, bookmark or random piece of paper. I can't find myself just throwing a piece of paper in a book, so it's most definitely a bookmark. Our used bookstore, our local used bookstore, has their own markers, and I just kind of decorate them. And I put box tape on them so they're not as flimsy, they don't get torn up. Yeah, my artistic side. And then my daughter brought some home too. We also box taped those. She brought those home a couple years ago. So we have plenty of bookmarks. We don't got to worry about just finding a piece of paper to put in our book. Definitely bookmarks. Question number 3. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter? I can pretty much just stop wherever I'm at in the book. Now, if it's the end of the night and I'm ready to quit reading, then I'll probably read to a chapter. Generally, I go by page numbers. So, I want to read to page 100 or page 250 or whatever. I generally go by what page number I want to stop at, rather than having to stop at a chapter. So, if something should come up, I can just close my book and whatever. I don't got to go to the next chapter. Number 4, do you eat or drink when reading? I do. I can do both. I'm careful not to get, food or stuff on the pages, but generally I got the book to the left of me. I don't have it like underneath me while I'm eating, so it generally works all right. Drinking, there's never been a problem. Knock on wood. I'll probably go out there now and spill my orange juice on my book or something. But anyway, yeah, I can do both. Number 5, music or TV when reading. I cannot have either one. I have a niece who can have headphones in, be listening to music, jamming, and reading all at the same time. I just can't do it. I have to have complete quiet in order to read. I can't focus. I find myself either looking over what's on TV or listening to the music. I tend to start singing and I don't know what I'm reading, so I have to have complete quiet. So if I'm reading, and that's the reason why I come in here. If my husband's listening to music or he's watching a video or something, I find myself, looking at what he's doing rather than focusing on the story. Number 6, one book at a time or several books. I used to just be a one book at a time reader, but mostly this year I've discovered I can read several books at a time. Now, especially if I've got a really difficult book that I'm trying to read, having a lighter read or a more fluid read helps break up the monotony of reading a tough book. Also, I've discovered if I've got a few smaller books, I can generally juggle 3 or 4 at a time. What I do is I generally set up amount of pages that I want to read in each book, and then once I accomplish that in the book, I can move to another book. If the book is really, really good, then I probably won't stop to go to another book. I'll probably just keep reading. So yeah, I can do, I'm happy to read one or several at a time. Number 7, Reading at home or elsewhere. I will read anywhere I can if I'm allowed to. Like if we're going somewhere and it's like 45 minutes to an hour drive or whatever, and my book's been really good, I'll open my book up and start reading. And my husband doesn't really like that because he knows if I'm reading, so he can't talk to me, he can't turn the radio on or any of that stuff in the car. So I try not to like read when we're on a trip or something because I know he gets bored and he wants to listen to music or whatever. But if I'm going someplace else, yeah, I'll have a book with me so I can read it. Number 8, read out loud or silently. I am a silent reader for sure. I know my family doesn't want to sit around and hear me reading, so I'm generally a silent reader. Now, if there's a confusing part in the book, I've caught myself reading it out loud a couple times, so I'm understanding what it is that I'm actually reading. Other than that, I mean, there was a time where my niece was here, and I was reading a Graham Masterton book, who is, in my opinion, the best paranormal author there is. But, and I was at a particularly scary part, and she heard me gasp or whatever, and she's like, what? So I read that portion to her out loud. But other than that, I'm a silent reader. Number 9, do you... Oh, wait, no, I just did that. No, number 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? I definitely don't read ahead. I definitely don't skip pages. I'm a page-for-page person. Those pages are in there for a reason, and that is to read them. I don't skip ahead because I don't want to know what's coming before I get there. That's as bad as someone posting a spoiler or not spoiling it, or not, marking as a spoiler. So, I just like to read the books page for page. I don't want to know what's going to happen before I get there. Books are more exciting if you're working up to the climaxes of books. So no, I don't read ahead and I don't skip pages. I read everything. Number 10, breaking the spine or keeping your books like new. All right, everybody wants their books to look new. I mean, we all want new books, but I find no shame in breaking the spines of books because, I mean, they're books. You're gonna read. We just discussed this in our Goodreads group, and I told everybody they would think I was abusing my books because there is not a single book in this library that does not have a broken spine somewhere. It's just that sometimes the text is so far into the center of the book that you're sitting there, trying to read it, so break it open, problem solved. So yeah, I don't find any shame in breaking the spines of books. Like I said, mine are pretty much all broken. So, moving on. Number 11, do you write in your books? This I definitely don't do. I don't write in any of my books, so I'm not that abusive. I can understand, though, how some people, like if you're a student in college or school or whatever, you would like to take a note in your books. I, however, use notebook paper, but, I can totally understand if somebody does. I just don't I don't dog-eat my pages either. I just break my spines. And number 12, who do you tag? Well, I'm going to be like Deborah. I'm going to tag anybody who sees this video, which most of you have probably already done this book tag. But I'm going to point out Catherine. I want Catherine for sure to do this book tag. She's relatively new, like me, to the booktube going on here. So, anyway, thanks, guys. That's it for Reading Habits book tag. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more coming. I've got more ideas for my channel. I got some more reviews coming and hauls and all that stuff. So, thanks, guys, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.